CES coverage sponsored by Audible.com, where books come alive. Listen to a bestseller on your iPod or MP3. Get a free trial at audiblepodcast.com/CES.
CES coverage sponsored by GoDaddy.com, the leader in domain names and web hosting services. New GoDaddy customers save 25% by using promo code CES25 at GoDaddy.com.
CES coverage, sponsored by Luxor Las Vegas. Get to the point. Rooms start at $40. See TPN.TV for the Luxor advertisement, which is the gateway to savings.
Great. So let's introduce LensPen and Peter Murens. Am I saying that correctly?
Murens, correct.
Well, welcome to our booth.
Hi, Peter. How you doing?
Thank you for having me. I'm SP.
Good to be here.
So you have a lot of products here. We love that when our guests coming to the booth are bringing products, because it makes so much more sense for our audience, because we actually have an audience listening to us right now.
Great.
And or listening, they're viewing us on the web. So what do you have here?
What I'm going to show you today is a new product made just now in time for the CES 2011 show. It's a product called LensPen Sidekick, a product designed for cleaning fingerprints off of iPads and other tablet computers.
Oh, now I know what this
That's
is.
why Todd
we
was
were
so
so
into it.
excited. This actually, yesterday, I believe this became the product of the day.
It was the product of the day, yes.
We are a company, a small Canadian company out of Vancouver, and what we do is one thing. We make products to remove fingerprints.
Okay.
And we do it for cameras, all high-end opticals. We do it for binoculars, for gun sights, any Marine in the sniper division, in wherever he's operating, has one of our lens pens to clean his sniper scopes. How we clean fingerprints is different from everyone else. There are no cloths, there are no tissues, there are no liquids, there are no sprays.
Well, you're going to have to show it, because I don't understand how that's going to work.
Now, we clean fingerprints using carbon. You notice my fingertip.
You know
what
we should do?
Here?
Yeah, we actually have an overhead camera. We should see if we can try to get a close-up of this. And he's setting up. Rick is setting up right now, and we are.
Bring your finger down to here.
There you go. You guys can see that.
There
I'm
you
gonna
go.
Switch to it now.
There we go.
Can you see the tip of my finger?
Yeah. So that's what people are seeing right there. So it's carbon.
It's
carbon. Actually getting his finger is black.
It's a little bit black now. Now, this is not high tech. This is old tech. This is my mother and grandmother who knew how to clean an iPad. They just didn't have one. So what did they do? When I was small, my mother used to clean the windows and mirrors in our house using newspaper.
Yep, and I've heard that story, but I never really believed it.
Newspapers covered with printer's ink. Printer's ink is about 20 to 25% carbon, and that's what we use to absorb the fingerprint oils.
Okay.
And some years ago, we paid a lot of money to buy the formula of how to make this carbon compound so that it's safe for all surfaces, cleans like a hot whistle, and it leaves no carbon residue on the surface that's been cleaned.
Wow.
So
this is a dream come true if this works.
The fingerprints are here, and we simply... Now in Vegas, everything is dry,
Actually,
super dry.
Let's bring that back into the camera here.
If you can come in here and see the fingerprints.
If you just hold it there, we can remote control the camera. So there we go. And you can clearly see the smudges on it.
You see all the smudges and fingerprints here?
There
okay.
Now,
let me go back. You see this area in here?
Yeah.
In Vegas, everything is so dry, so I just...
He's breathing into it.
In my part of the country and in other parts of the country, you don't breathe onto it.
That, seriously.
It's clean.
That's all you did?
Yes. You can pan in, you can see maybe a before and after shot.
We need to get it in the right angle. It's a little bit difficult to get it exactly in the right angle. Try to angle it a bit.
Amazing.
Well, I can see it, and it's absolutely spotless.
Spotless. Now, where's the fingerprint oil? It's here
Uh-huh.
on this tip,
So it just
absorbed
sucked up
by the
all that.
carbon.
Okay.
Absorbed by the carbon. Now, this tip is going to generate about 150 cleanings for an iPad surface.
Okay.
How does it do that? You see, when I close the unit up, you'll notice that along the edge of this pad, at the end, there's a foam pad here, and that's filled with carbon.
Okay.
So when I put it back together, and it slides in,
It refills
the
it.
the two surfaces rub together, carbon to carbon, and that recharges the surface to clean again.
Great.
So after about 150 cleanings, I've had to count this because I built it and I designed it and tested it.
How far can it go?
You're simply going to go, it cleans, it cleans, it cleans. It stopped cleaning. Well, that's because it's chock full of oil now. About 150 cleanings.
Yeah.
I'm going to want you to replace the tip. And you're simply going to go like this.
Very nice.
Take it off.
A smooth little action there.
And you're going to come to, these will be sold separately,
Okay.
replacement pads.
Nice.
And to put them back on,
You can't just get a newspaper and put that in there?
you know, my mother would say, "What are you doing? Just carry along a copy of the New York Times."
There you go.
But
But
then,
wait a minute.
But then you get
wait a minute.
lot of.
This is replacing the newspaper. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Now, the thing about our carbon is that it doesn't care whether you're in Arctic cold or desert heat, and there's no expiry date. If I put this down and lose it, and I pick it up 3 years from now, it's as good as the day I put it down.
Because
there's
all
nothing to dry out.
exactly.
It's already dry.
It is all the dry particles.
Correct. So that's a product that we made for this market. We think it's the right product at the right time because these tablets, these iPads, they're used in a way that nothing's ever been used before, which means every click of a key, every change of a web page, everything you do requires another new fingerprint. So this is, there are more fingerprints on these than have existed on any product in history.
Oh, yeah.
And it's oil on top of oil on top of oil.
Well, I can relate to that because I work with new clients almost every week. And I started incorporating my iPad in the way I do presentations, in the way I show information to my clients. And sometimes when the clients see all the smudges from fingerprints, they're like, I don't want to hold it.
Correct. Now, the fact is, of course, that the fingerprints, all these fingerprints, don't affect the operation of your iPad one bit. It'll still do what it's supposed to do. It's just that it's a real eyesore, and people paid a lot of money to buy a beautifully designed product, and then they found it got covered with oil, and it looks bad.
Yeah.
And every time you turn it off, you're going to see this. In fact, sometimes there's so much oil on these that even when you turn them on, you just see layers of oil.
Oh, yeah, no, it's very important. I mean, when you do presentations, no matter what you're presenting, I mean, you never have a second chance for a first impression.
Correct. And many people have asked me, how do I clean an iPhone?
You want to clean my iPhone?
Well, let me say that my solution for people to clean an iPhone, go like this. Go like this.
Yeah.
That's enough. Don't get too excited here. And I would say the same thing about this.
But that's a little bit harder.
Yeah.
You know,
I just like the fact that this is replacing newspaper, but that is the same idea as a newspaper to clean the thing that's replacing the newspaper. The irony is there.
We're using something really old, an old concept from a loved previous generation.
Yes.
So what's next?
Apply
it like a big device for actual real windows?
No, you see, for a real window off over there, people should be using whatever they're still using today.
What about for like a 46, 52-inch TV? Because I know the dog would come up, snuggle the nose right on top of that TV, and then you got those dog smudges right on there.
Yes, but I'm not sure that the smudge off a dog's nose is the same as a fingerprint oil. And our product with the carbon cleans fingerprint oils.
Okay.
So, for example, I always tell people, folks, if you're going to sneeze on your iPad, clean it off right away with a cloth, whatever. Get that nasal spray off there because that's going to dry. and then you've got dried nasal spray or dried water spots.
Yeah.
Open a can of Coke, and you got a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to clean that off. Now, will this clean it off? Yes. But you got to do something a little different. You got to start really breathing on it to get a little bit of moisture on. And then carbon cleans oil. It doesn't clean water spots and nasal sprays, and this is not Mr. Clean here.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you breathe a little bit of moisture onto those little dots, it helps soften the moisture of the surface tension, and then the fibers alone will take care of the rest. And then I say just, be careful, take care of it.
I know the perfect location for one of your kits. More and more cars comes with, screens for GPS and music,
Correct.
I mean, and you have always, a lot of people, at least me, because I am always end up being the designated driver.
Correct.
And I get embarrassed if my car isn't clean. I'm going to have other people in the car.
Yes.
So that's just one more application of that.
I can tell you another one, and that is the restaurant industry and all the touch screens.
All the
that are
touch
coming
screens.
out there. 'Cause
Correct.
You go into a place, and you look at their touch screen, and you can see the oil.
You can see the oil.
Right,
Correct.
right off that. So.
Oh,
While you're
something
here,
else.
while I'm here, I thought I'd show you an upgrade of a product that we had previously. This is called a LensPen Laptop Pro.
We're going to see if we can get that up
We'll see,
close.
yeah.
Just make a quick shot on that.
Throw it down right about
Yep.
there. There we go.
There we go.
What am I holding in my hand?
Up a little bit here. There we
Out
go.
there?
That's
Yeah,
perfect.
Okay. Folks, this is what you need, and this is all you need to clean a laptop computer. No sprays, no liquids.
I
Number
like
one,
this. I
number
like
one,
this.
keyboard cleaner. A combination of soft and hard bristles. Now,
Uh-huh.
anyone can clean a keyboard this way. Turn it this way and go under those keys and pull out, well,
The
in your
real
case, not so much hair, but pull out the sandwiches and the crumbs
Well,
and everything
for those
else.
of us who
right?
mess with computers all the
Right.
time and we take apart our keyboards after 2 years, it's pretty disgusting what
Yeah.
gets in there.
Secondly, for the dust that's on these screens. When these screens are on, the electrical charge is attracting a tremendous amount of dust. Natural goat hair,
Uh-huh.
soft brush, removes the dust safely, easily, quickly.
Wait a minute. Let me see this. Oh yeah, it's working.
Well, I like the fact that you can enclose it so,
Right?
it fits in any kind of pocket.
Fingerprints? Fingerprints on these screens are an accident, but they do happen.
Oh, nice.
The old flip-up carbon.
Nice.
And we've also upgraded this to have a replaceable.
So you have the same replaceable pad no matter which kit
No,
that
no,
you're using.
they're two different pads
Okay.
because, you see, you notice the pad on this
Well, of course.
is smaller.
Of course. A
There-
bigger device, you want a bigger pad.
Well, the oil on this is so much more, so I needed more surface area. The oil on this is smaller, so
okay.
I'm not cleaning the whole screen.
I'm
really
seeing the
cleaning.
logic now.
I'm really cleaning just the fingerprint, and it's maybe 1 or 2 or 3. But when I'm cleaning this,
Well, see,
I'm
when
cleaning.
I work with clients, though, it's even though when I tell someone I work with, if you wouldn't mind not touching the screen, but they all love it, and they bam, and they point at it.
Yep.
So it's that, and you can't just tell someone you're working with, don't touch my,
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's fun how that is a little bit sensitive.
Now I thought I'd tell you a little bit about how we were thinking of pricing this.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Again, it's a new product. We're at our booth here at CES, and we're listening to a lot of people come in and say, we want to handle it, we want to carry it, we want to do this. If we were to price it in this configuration, back card on a blister with a full sidekick unit here and an extra cleaning pad, that's 300 cleanings with the applicator, $19.95 retail.
And that's nothing. I spend more money on just cloths that I
And-
can use maybe 5 times.
And if you were going to buy just the blades only, so to speak, there's a set of 3 here. That's 450 cleanings, $14.95.
There you go.
If we do it in this configuration, that's one way. We're examining a couple other configurations where we might just sell this for $9.95.
Wow.
and sell that for $9.95. So, folks, you got cleaners that are going to last you a long time, portable, easy to carry, easy to use, and actually quite green because you're not. Carbon is a completely natural product, and you're not discarding tissues and cloths off into the garbage can.
So when can we start buying these things?
March.
Okay.
I'm getting orders
put me
now.
on the list.
I'm getting orders now, and we start producing and shipping in March.
And how do you expect people? Where would they buy it? Would it go online on your on a web page, or it would be retail stores?
It will be on our web page, but people should never buy things from our own web page because we have a distribution network and a retail network, and we need to protect everyone that we sell to.
Yeah.
And so this will be available in, there's all kinds of stores here that have contacted me and chains, and we want this and we've got to have it. It'll be, I hope, wherever people buy iPads and iPad accessories.
Great. So folks, you should be looking out for this coming in a March timeframe. And if you want to go and read more about this, you go to LensPen.
www.lenspen.com.
Awesome. There you have it. This became yesterday when we chose the best product that we chose. Amongst all the hosts, this was the product of the day.
It's just so easy to use, and for me it's always been a treat working with these products because they're just based on a simple concept of what used to be a newspaper got recirculated into something that's got a little technology, got a little bit of style to it, and has its place in the modern world.
Comes back.
Comes back.
To you.
All right. Well, there you have it. It's been a pleasure having you here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
This is a great product, and I can't wait.